in the grand finals of the NSG Renegades tournament.
Indeed it is. Pistol round starting out. Cloud9 on defense here. Good bit of start cover out on Heaven to allow of Immortals to cross to the site. The spike will go down quickly. This can be a 5v5 retake. We have the Killjoy up for Cloud9 as well. The breach as well, but we see a very similar look from Immortals as what we saw against T1. This Immortals squad had a very solid attack against that T1 squad. If they can translate that here against Cloud9, they would definitely be well positioned to take this one. Neptune has a good angle on the Heaven players and now knows there is the jet up top, but damage is being dealt to both teams. Shock darts coming through. The health is so low, but Genghsta's opening things up. Neptune trying to move one more. jmoh and Neptune again. It's all down to Vice here. Sully crashing down for Cloud9 on the pistol.
Oh, Vice, nothing you can really do there.
Expecting Cloud9 to be in those positions, but you always have to clear your corners. You always have to make sure you're in a better position than your opposition. You have to make sure that you have the best possible road to victory, and that's something that Immortals did against T1, but they didn't do on round number 2 of this game. They are going to get the opening pick, however, though. Shot up, not clearing the corners fully, gets capped off by Mitch. That's a good start to trade it back for Cloud9. Still trades favor the attacking squad. It looks like Immortals are going to continue to edge their way out towards A. Neptune lurking out towards B, though, as is his custom. Will get one and fall away, waiting for re-aggression. B market, B main. Neptune eliminated, though, and it's a 3v3 as the hit will come in towards it.
And that's one of the good things about having Neptune on your team. He's a really good lurk. He was really good on Morning Light as Yeoman, and now he's on the Cypher. He's got a lot more opportunities, and one has just opened up on this A bomb site. jcStani straight through the smoke has sprayed down Mitch, and now it's just down to 2. Vice needs the charge. He only has a Bulldog. Relyks not too far behind him. Has picked up a Phantom, but this is a very difficult site to retake, especially when you're in this 2vx situation. A lot of retakes from this A site, you have that Odin, you have that firepower to clear out all of Heaven. And Heaven is such a valuable position on this retake. You drop down, you don't know what's coming, you don't know if anyone's under hell, but here's the first kill. Vice, triple headshot straight into Genghsta off the Bulldog burst, and now there's 2 more to find, but they're dancing around, making hold this position. Neither of them have to move, and the fact that Relyks gets hit by his own teammate's fault line makes it a little bit more difficult, but they've cleared it out, and Vice has dropped for the triple. A first round on the board for Cloud9, and they make it look so easy despite the lack of utility, despite the lack of manpower, but they still get it done to find the first. Side. This isn't even the best form we're going to see from Immortals in this first map, so imagine the troubles that are starting to brew in the minds of Cloud9, and what can they say, what can they do to find a way to adjust, find a way to make this comeback happen, because essentially you're looking at a 3-round deficit, and it's only just the beginning. But there's a start, and there's a beginning here on this B bomb side. Relyks picks up the first. Player goes over, but doesn't go over the wall. So Relyks, he's alive, and he has the first kill, but they have the B bomb site for now. Alert being called out here as Vice takes down a second. Mitch is stuck in this fight as TenZ comes and finds him. It's now just down to 1. What can he do here theoretically? jcStani, not much, as Relyks finds him in the back with the operator. Second round here for Cloud9, as Immortals are shut down on the B bomb site.
It's a good bit of operator work with both Relyks rather, and TenZ chiming in for some.
Gonna hold TenZ. He's gonna try and catch up the lurk. They've kind of read into Neptune's style and getting a little bit scared as TenZ. Oh, the timing, and Neptune has got it on his side, takes him down. The op lost. You talked about that double operator setup and how indomitable it's been, how invincible it's been to keep this Cloud9 team going. And down goes one of them. Relyks, the last man with it. You don't expect him to live up to the standards that TenZ has had in the past. So, not that they've lost their big gun, their young gun. What can they do here? Still, Relyks holds on to this angle, and there are still 5 players to find, and 4 of them are getting ready to hit this B bomb site.
In comes the Rolling Thunder, but it's not going to be enough to stall the push just yet. Time is still on the factor for Immortals. It's still in their face just a bit. Vice will not get that initial duel against jcStani. Vice will finally win it, and Relyks will. Well, Relyks through the wall does some damage, but nobody can get up Neptune. In comes Mitch on the operator, salvage for TenZ, and he's going to pick up shot up. jmoh now 1v4, will go for a flick, but not
of a sense.
Indeed, Sully. Mitch still in a good spot, though, for Cloud9. He has a good little angle, hard to clear. There's 4 players working their way in towards his position. If they don't clear him out, he should be good for at least 2 from this position. Mitch has not been cleared. Nobody's making their way forward just yet. In comes the Blade Storm, though, from jmoh. Mitch biding his time. This all rests on his shoulders. Here's the footsteps. The dash goes through, but here it comes. The swing comes through. Mitch 1-2. Shinobi chimes in for a third. Vice with a fourth here. And jmoh will manage one more, but it's not going to be enough.
And now Immortals find themselves on the defensive side. Perhaps this is where they truly shine, and perhaps this is where they can bring things back.
They have no other option here, Sully. They either win this map or they go to split a map. They don't favor, it does not favor them down a map. They have to make a stand, and it already starts off well with one initial pick. The hit's going to come in towards A, though. Neptune forced away, will fall to TenZ, and now it's going to be jmoh to go 1-for-1 as well, but jcStani is still here, and he's making his presence known. The site has been given up a retake in. However, jcStani has yin-yanged with his opposition, and Shotup is with him. Genghsta's working his way through the gardens as well. Nobody's coming up long, and that's where TenZ is. The dark cover goes up, but Shotup sends shinobi down, and it's all down to TenZ, who swings for one. Low HP on Shotup, 2. TenZ has another, and he's looking for the clutch. He is getting forced away. Low HP on both these two players. jcStani caught in the open, though. jcStani taking all the damage, and TenZ is going to pull it off. That was a 1v. Just behind dark cover. Look at that dash up from TenZ, though, trying to get all the information he can. Genghsta holding back, will have to fall away. jcStani has Shotup up above him, but it's going to be another A hit. Paint shells come through. Genghsta trying to do what he can with the Odin. Not able to do much, however. Now Shotup has been forced away as well. jcStani will find one from under, and a second. Shotup pops for a third from up top. jcStani and Shotup holding down the B site.
Teammates of TSM and Sentinels, the top dogs of Valorant, but Immortals, even with these roster changes, even with the 2 new additions of Shotup and Neptune, they're proving to everybody that they're still a force to be reckoned with. And here they come, Cloud9, storming into the B bombs, and there's nobody here. Genghsta's opted to play the retake, and it's smart. You're going up against pistols. Don't risk your life with that Odin. It's such a valuable weapon, and TenZ gets aggressive. He's forced all the way back here, and we've got a 5-on-5 retake where one team's only got pistols to play with.
But they have the sight, and they have the angles where pistols are very advantageous. The shadows comes through, but TenZ not able to capitalize on it, but neither is jcStani in turn. TenZ eliminated by Shotup, who's going to continue to push forward, has the overheal now. He's going to continue to try and make an entry onto the site. Showstopper is out, but shinobi's eliminated Shotup. jcStani, meanwhile, takes down Mitch. Relyks, though, from the back lines with the frenzy in hand. Will get mowed down, though, by Genghsta and jmoh. It's all down to Relyks, and Genghsta continues to hold down Mouse 1. Odin reigns supreme in the boathouse, and just in the nick of time, the defuse is going to come through from Immortals, but that's way too close for comfort there. But that Odin's going to be a tough gun to deal with. The shadows, though, onto the B site goes shinobi. That could open things up. Shotup, though, has dropped Relyks, and he's going to push down onto shinobi as well. More opportunities for Shotup, and a third. Healing once more. Now Genghsta will finish the job on the Vice, and Sully started so...
A comeback is what I would call it, and now you're sitting at the verge of defeat. Mitch, this lockdown, it's not going to reach extremely far, but it will at least clear out this entire mid side. Create some big opportunities for Cloud9, but what's the plan? Where do you go? It doesn't necessarily reach the entire B site. Yes, it's stretched the defense a little bit thin, as Shotup is going to make a very long rotation and wait even longer, but oh, jmoh, full blind finds the first in Genghsta. You know what his Odin's capable of. You know what they're capable of, and there it is, Immortals. They take map number 1.
Because both teams came up very short and very flat on the attacking side. Flash out! Blinding.
Oh, quick flashes go in. Quick shots found. Relyks. Great opening to kick this map off. He stays alive. But where does he go from here on 37 HP? Just mentioned in the pregame, the whole game plan of any split attack is, as the name says, split the sites. Try and go heaven, try and go straight on the A site, but they're all going into heaven instead. They're trying to dominate this position. They've done exactly that and even more. Shotup at least gets a consolation kill, but on a 4 versus 2, what can Genghsta do? He's no longer on that Sova Odin, but he's still on the Phoenix. And he's staying alive. He's reborn in this round in a 2 versus 3. It's winnable, but he's got to hold his gun, and he cannot go down unless Shotup has got to find something big now.
Enemy remaining. Last player standing.
Indeed, the paranoia will keep Genghsta.
especially on a map like Split. So much versatility with his utility. And now comes Cloud9. jcStani still holding back. It's shot up, takes down one. jcStani, you've got to stay alive. Tosses out the paranoia. Now he's got something to play with. He's kept them back for such a long time that it even sends them back the other way. And no longer can Cloud9 commit to this A bomb site, or apologies, this B bomb site. Instead, they divert their attention back to middle bombs, where they find themselves with only 30 seconds left to play with.
They've really dug themselves into a hole thanks to jcStani's great bit of utility. They're going to walk into shot up though in heaven. He's going to send 3 of them to hell, 2 that time and 1 more on the initial entry onto the site. All down to Vice now as he drops down. jcStani buying time, just baiting out the peaks. Will eventually win that duel. It's a little messy, but it's
still down on this defensive side. You've brought it back when the rifles are in your hands. Relyks creating a lot of space very early on. Can he land this shot, the jmoh? Smoke goes down and he misses. He misses that opportunity to find the first, and TenZ will take upon the first blood and takes down shot up. 2 big hitters engage, and one of them goes down as Genghsta tries to get aggressive and tries to go for the refrag. He's got information, but unfortunately, it's Cloud9 that are playing super slow. jcStani needs to get some information, right? He can't just sit in the back side, has to take the forefront angle, and now the spike, it's starting to rotate back towards B, and this is where Immortals start to crumble just a little bit because you leave just one guy there. Ooh, Neptune, he avoids it, he avoids the paranoia and gets the kill. Neptune trades it back to a 4 versus 4, and now jcStani, he's all alone on this side. jmoh's up above, but he's all alone on the bottom side, and he's got to hold it down. 4 players approaching, and one's created so much space as jmoh finds the first and leaves jcStani in a little bit more of a comfortable position. Goes swinging and goes big. He's found 2 in his position, and it's just Vice in a 1 versus 3.
Magnificent work from jcStani on the side, but Vice is able to answer back with 1 more. Has the fault line ready, will throw it out, but it's not going to do all that much. It doesn't have the spike either. It's down on site. jmoh's watching the angle as is Neptune, and jmoh's operating.
Regardless, and they're looking for this fourth. They get this fourth. I think going into second up, they're going to be a lot more confident, but shot up, he's got a lot of it in him as well. Rocket, oh, that's missed. That didn't connect, but it doesn't matter. Follows up on the second with the Phantom and brings it to a 4 versus 5 in favor of Immortals.
I think it hit the corner there, Sully, but shot up doesn't need the showstopper to stop the push here. He's picked up 2, and he's going to go for more. Satchel in, but he goes to his grave as Mitch is there to hold it down. Neptune's just going to lock down the ropes, not get over aggressive. Good wise play by him. jcStani's watching heaven, but Genghsta might make his move up the ropes. There is the information that Cloud9 are in middle, but once again, are Cloud9 going to be able to make anything happen off of this control? They've failed so far. Down the jump goes, and Neptune's got an easy kill. Neural Theft goes through. He'll have the spot that 1 more is in ropes. He'll put down a cage, but go aggressive again. Genghsta's holding on to that heaven angle. Has jcStani watching as well. The dark cover will fade soon enough, and Mitch will be exposed. The paranoia comes through, though. Mitch dives in, but right into Genghsta, right inside of the... They finished that half. A pistol round victory here would go a long way to bringing them tied. It would probably secure a tie, all things concerned. But still, Immortals have some fight with the pistols, but Relyks is going to drop shot up first, and that's a great opening pick. A perfect player to take down first. TenZ chimes in, 2 headshots, making a 3rd for TenZ, and this is the TenZ we needed to see. And Immortals are back on the pistols. Their first gun round goes awry, and Cloud9 are 1 round away from 9 on the board, 2 from 10, and then it's ever closer towards a map 3 of Haven. Oh, Sully, this game just got all the more entertaining.
People were saying in chat it was TenZ outdated, shot up activated, but boy oh boy, shot up's become a little bit outdated. And now TenZ, he's on the server, he's alive and he's kicking it. Vice holds on to this B site, 2 for him, a 3rd not going to be available to him. Shot up takes him down, and now they've got the guns. This is good for Immortals. They've taken down 3, and they've got 3 left. They've got 3 guns to play with, but TenZ, he's crept out the catwalk. Shot up hasn't spotted him. This is so much being created, but TenZ looks the wrong way, but he still gets the kill. Shot up has lost that fight, a big fight he's lost. And now jcStani, he himself will find a similar fate. How has this round gone back the way of Cloud9? Shot up had to win that fight, and now Neptune, there's nothing he can do, and again and again.
Immortals, though, they've had some luck on the attack, but it seems that much like Cloud9, they've struggled on the offense, despite the fact that Immortals have 3 duelists. But jmoh's going to open things up very nicely. Genghsta's going to push up into heaven as well. Shinobi is in a dark cover, shrouded out, pops Relyks, though, but Shinobi has fallen to Neptune. Showstopper in from Relyks. He has too many different angles to peek from, and he'll take down Genghsta and follow up, but not the kill onto shinobi. Does some significant damage though, but still 3v2 in the favor of Immortals, and jmoh still has his operator to shut down these rotations. Mitch counters with one of his own, but jmoh trades it out. Vice 1v2 out on the scaffolding. No plant coming through from jcStani, who will peek and do some damage, and it's jcStani to bait. Buddy, the swarm grenade goes through, the nano swarm is out and activated. But still the spike yet to go down. That's jcStani trying to get the plant. Turret goes through, time is oh so low. But now jcStani can get the plant. It comes through with 7 on the clock. But now it's a 3v2 hold. Again, Genghsta is low, Vice in the heavens, and Mitch working in through the back lines. Mitch, can he blindside anybody? Can jmoh's op do something? These are the questions right now for both these two teams. jmoh trying to peek too many different angles at once, could get caught off here. Mitch should be able to eliminate Genghsta if he clears the corner properly. The flashbang goes in, and Genghsta's down and dead to right. jmoh misses and jcStani falls. Mitch is doing it all. The sidearm's out, and jmoh lands the health. 8 points of health. And now the spike has been tapped, but it can't. It's being held. It's being held by Vice. jmoh has to peek this. Surely, you know Vice is off. Does he have the time? Yes, he does, Sully. Vice and Mitch have pulled off the impossible.
So we've seen so far, but who comes out on top? It's still doable for Immortals. They've got guns and they've got weaponry, but jmoh, he needs to step up. He doesn't have that operator, and down he goes. He steps down a little bit as Mitch. Plenty of time to adjust. Lockdown at the ready to secure the B-bomb. So there's not a lot they can do now. Nothing at all. TP even. And the lockdown in place. Shot up. Stuck in the heavens. He's got nowhere to run. He's looking for some space, but there are 2 players on his backside, and with 4 seconds until he's locked down, he's not going to get anything. 3 versus 5, and we might just be seeing that third and final map box, because who's waiting in watch? It's TenZ. Genghsta, he has created some space, but down he goes. Great flash from TenZ, and it's 3 to find, 3 to go, and TenZ has made it 1, as now it's just Genghsta. He's got no HP, and ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the third map with TenZ closing it with the hat trick. 13 to 10 on map 1.
Except for shot up on the Reyna this time, instead of the Raze.
Here.
Oh, this is the map that Immortals got stomped on as well. So this is a little bit difficult. Split and Haven were definitely not there. Pieces of the pie. Mitch finds the first though. This triple duelist lineup works really well on the attacking side and is presented TenZ and has found a second. Quick stuff already. They go to the C site instead. They had full control of B, but they decided to wrap around. Genghsta has no choice but to sit back and watch. A 4v3 now on the pistol round, and the spike is already down here. And this is difficult for Immortals to play around, because look at this angle being held. There are 2 players watching the defensive spawn, and it's warranted in both the kills. Genghsta only able to find 1 in that engagement. Leaves Neptune, the new boy for Immortals, in a 1 versus 3.
Neptune, he does have the skill to be able to pull this off, but will he be able to? Will get a dink and a follow-up kill onto Relyks, tapping away onto the fellow Cypher, eliminates Vice, and it's all down to him versus Shinobi. Time. It's there for Neptune if he wins this duel. Taps the spike, walks around, has the dome, and I believe he has it, Sully. I think Neptune might have just won this.
It's going to be close. Has he got it? He doesn't.
Holy!
1.1.
That was a very comparable buy for Cloud9, and it came up way too short.
Short again. Neptune already takes the first. Even used the neural threat because he's got so many kills already. They know where it's coming, but Shinobi, he's got 1 to show for. jcStani, he did it before on the B side of a split where he had to sit in the back, but he can't get it done here on this C side. He goes down and shot up. This is where he needs to come alive. We mentioned it was going to be the battle of both TenZ and shot up, but currently Cloud9 with just pistols bogs are getting it done. Immortals down to just 1. jmoh, he's been on the jet all series long. He's got to get it done here, but no. Mitch around the corner, the sheriff in his cash still. They've got guns in their hands. TenZ has got the Vandal alongside full armor, but what's the plan? He even has the ultimate to utilize if he wants to, but he's got to find an opening. He's alone on this C site in desperation. Quick tag already. That's a little bit scary as jmoh, he will get the trade. Catches TenZ with the Lear out, and he will take him down. A big player loss because they knew that was the sealer. They peek down, they see nothing else. They know it's an A hits, and they've got 5 players, not to mention Shot Up still alive in the back of the site. There's a player in the heavens. Shot Up, what can he find? Mitch has taken him down, but they knew Shinobi was up top, and now it's down to just 2. Make it just 1 is... It is now down to Mitch, 1 versus 2. But he's got the first 2 bullets in the mag. He's got confidence. No. Nearly
prospect of this round. They could also recover the spike. Genghsta's watching. The spike is just down outside of lawn. This could end in absolute disaster here, but Vice is going to answer back with... That should stabilize things for Cloud9, and that should just about finish the round off. That's a huge bit of work there from Vice. That could have gone oh so wrong if Vice wasn't there.
Genghsta. Goes Relyks. No. That's awkward. Neptune, he's coming on a flank. There's nothing to stop him. No tripwire, no nothing. Genghsta has been first, but he's taking lots and lots of damage. The Guardian rings out. It's down to just 4. It is winnable. Faze and CSGO are good at 5v2s, but is Neptune really good enough for a 4v1? And he doesn't even have a gun. That's what makes it worse. He came with a classic! Oh, oh,
okay.
That is just...
Which can factor in as a nice bit of rifle work. But Neptune's in a very awkward spot. Maybe one and done, but he only has to deal with one player right now. If he can catch off Mitch, this could be huge, and he might just have the info.
Oh, I think he does. The camera. He spotted him first. Oh, Neptune. Neptune. Oh, Mitch. He's got the better of him in so many ways. Mitch swings around the corner, and Neptune swinging for the hills. A shinobi again and again. Cloud9 finally getting that success. It seems the same story for all 3 of these maps. Cloud9 are always on the come up. They're always on the comeback, and well, they've brought it all the way back here on Haven. It is a 2v5, make it a 1v5, and a classic for jcStani. This round, call me crazy, but I think Cloud9 are gonna win this box. I think.
I would call you crazy, but I think you're right. And well, you weren't crazy, Sully. Neither was I.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm not crazy. Now it's even. This doesn't get any closer, Bog. 6-6 on the final map to see who advances to the grand finals. It's such a shame that one of these teams has to end up going home with either a 3rd or 4th place. And, well, we know who's coming onto the site. Relyks has come alive. He's held it down. Shinobi somehow finds that kill, but they've taken them both down for a 3 versus 3. There has been damage done in shot up. Barely holding on by a thread at this point. Spike will finally go down. jcStani, he's trying to hold the angle against TenZ. TenZ, it's going to be such a risky swing, but instead bites his tongue and waits for the rest of his team to arrive. They want to work this together, and TenZ, he can't get it done alone despite how great he can be. You need the rest of your team with you. They're holding. Time is ticking. The spike is ticking, and nothing is happening. Vice swings out. Triple burst. Finds another through the smoke. Vice. Hello, Genghsta now. He's standing amongst them all. 1 versus 3. Got it down to just 2, but he can't find TenZ. TenZ sends him to the heavens above, and Cloud9 take...
They are indeed, but the site is wide open for them, Sully. This is a perfect opportunity. The Hunter's Fury rains out. It'll find nothing as there's nobody there to find. The spike should make its way onto the site very quickly here. It's going to be a 5v5 retake. This is always a very hard time for anybody attempting this retake. So many players to find, so many different angles to clear, so many trades to happen. But Cloud9, they don't have any ults left to work with. It's all going to be down to the aim. They have flashes on the Reign of the Paranoia of the Omen. Shot up is a good angle towards anybody on Heaven. Neptune down underneath the Heavens. Has a chance from Dark, but it's all going to come down to who can hit the first shots here. Vice will eliminate Shot Up, who swung out wide. It's a good opening start here. TenZ will follow up with one more. Shinobi and Mitch mop up 2. That's going to be a clean retake on a 5v5 play. Cloud9 unscathed, unharmed, walk away with this round.
An advantage, but ultimately Immortals, they're not done yet. This is their map. This is one of their best, but unfortunately, TenZ is showing why he is still the best. He's still to be reckoned with on this server, and TenZ makes it look so damn easy. A triple as he leaps out in front of the smoke, and Neptune, nothing you can do to win out on top. TenZ, aggressive. This is what we want. This is the TenZ we want to see. This is the TenZ that everybody loves. This is the TenZ that we need. He gets the first, and he's got that information, and 3 have arrived. Blades thrown out. What can Mitch get? Nothing. Neptune and jmoh have denied, but Relyks in the afterlife. He's created the slightest of hopes that Boom connects onto 1 and even finds Neptune on such low HP. This is winnable now. TenZ, he's got a rifle in his hand, and what does he got? He's got an ultimate in full HP. TenZ, Leers go out both, and TenZ wins the first. Goes intangible, doesn't take the heal. He might have wanted that instead. He still have that HP advantage. Genghsta, full blind still gets it, and Vice of all people, has struck, and there it is. Cloud9 have round number 12, Boggs. 1 more to go, and it's done from TenZ himself with Vice alone. 4 players starting to aggress. He's got the cam up. He's trying to watch both angles, but he's alone. He's got no one to count on. Skylar, Relyks, so far away and paranoid. He is paranoid because he knows he can't go down. He has to delay, but he can't do anything about it. Vice has got information, tries to spray through the box, but nothing connects in Vice. Vice alone is no more. He's got teammates all around him. It's Genghsta. He kicks down one. Genghsta with a second. jmoh shuts down Mitch, and we are going to overtime. Shinobi can't get this.
Immortals seem to be the team that's outplaying themselves. They had
it.
the rotation perfectly, and this is exactly the read that Cloud9 need. They have TenZ here, they have Relyks in the back site, they have 3 on C and a fast rotation. The dark cover goes out, but it's an Odin to watch the cross, and TenZ is just going to push on forward. The Lear goes through, but no kills coming through just yet. Genghsta shot up, 2 quick kills, Spike goes down, shot up gets mowed down, but no more further from TenZ just yet. 4v3, but jmoh is low. Time starting to tick away, but there's plenty of it for Cloud9 on this retake. All 4 remaining players of Immortals are out and removed from this B site. Smokes and cages going up to try and facilitate a ninja, but jmoh's watching from above. Down goes Mitch. The defuse is being stuck though. Vice has 2. Genghsta 1 more, but through the wall. Surely not. Neptune swings in the nick of time.
To the 4th, and I think after this, it might send them back up to number 3. They were comparable to both gen.g and Cloud9. And them back up to number 3. They were comparable to both gen.g and Cloud9, and they're taking on one of them. Cloud9 have to win this round to send us to a 3rd overtime. Smokes go down, and there's a start. Mitch, jmoh trades it back, but there is a crossfire being held. Relyks can no longer hold it though. He's still holding on though. He's still holding mouse 1. He's still looking for kills. Relyks reload. Down he goes. It's a 3 versus 2, and Shinobi, here he comes, and it's TenZ, the young gun, to try and win this one out. He has an operator and nothing else, Boggs. He's got to do it, but he can't do it alone in Cloud9. We'll see them against Moon Raccoons, but you will see Immortals versus Andbog.